the now educated masses who felt they were given a fair deal now, although they not necessarily were. Although the American dream lasted quite well till the 50s, didn't it?
Yeah, for some people. Yeah, education's a trip. It's amazing how they had to sell people on that whole concept of like scooting your kids off for 10 hours a day.
Why would you scoot your kids off to go learn something when you could just scoot them off to go work immediately and bring you back money to pay for the food that you're feeding them?
Yeah, I mean, but education used to be looked at like as a personal, like it would just be part of your responsibilities. Before our lives were so cluttered and preoccupied with rat racing, where you would expect to live a normal human existence where you would have time to raise your kids. Like these are the things we're supposed to do as men and women. Like we're supposed to spend our time looking after food supplies, raising our kids, looking after shelter, very simple things. Like that's really just, just to go off on my own little thing here. Like I think that's my something I value as a personal philosophy. Like we really do want to live simply. We don't want this cluttered bullshit. I mean, technology is fun and all, but
some people do. Some people prefer that extravagance. Sure. And that's where you get that's why the world's in the situation that it is because there are the people that need that desire power, that desire monetary compensation, that desire
and I'm not opposed to like either capitalism or like people with large ambitions in terms of, if that's where your head's at, that's fine. But it's become like a mental disease for us all.
The elimination of desire is the key.
Well, now you're going all John Lennon on us.
See, I'm not even against desire. I think desire is all right.
Desire, you can't eliminate desire. That's insane. No. That's insane. That's like saying I desire a crimpet. I would really like a butterscotch crimpet right now. It would be wonderful. That's not good. You can't desire. It's not desire. It's more overt greed, not even just greed, overt greed. Greed to the point of the Rockefeller, Carnegie, that kind of. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Teddy Roosevelt needs to be president again.
A new deal?
Yeah. Wait, FDR was the New Deal.
Yeah.
Teddy Roosevelt. Trust buster.
Okay. The new trust busting.
Walk softly, carry a big stick. Fucking, look, the man has teddy bears named after him. and the Sonic villain Dr. Robotnik was modeled after him.
I came up with my Chinese band name finally.
It's
Da Wen Xia Ren.
What does that mean?
It means big language, small person.
I like that.
Clever.
Although I do feel it's slightly racist towards Asian people. Okay. Because they're generally stereotyped as being short, exceptions, notable ones being like Yao Ming.
Okay, I came up with a better one. It's Xia Wen Da Ren. Wait, sorry. Xia Wen Da Ren.
What does that mean?
It means small language, big person.
Wow.
So wait.
You flipped the script.
Does Ren mean both person and language?
Wen means language. Oh. Ren means person.
Ren?
It's not pronounced like that. It's like Shen. Close to. Try Xia.
No.
How about Da?
No. Da? Like da, like German or like Russian, like.
I should put that this downward accent mark on it where it goes da.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Da.
Anyway, you hear it's illegal to film the police?
Yeah, you mentioned that. You mentioned that before. Go on.
I'm not over that yet.
No, but like I said, the police film the police all the time, so shouldn't they be arrested? Oh yeah, there's another Basil Marceau video where he talks about. Actually, he goes on Jimmy Kimmel. Wow. Jimmy Kimmel interviews him, and he's technically a legitimate candidate, and he has a website, basilmarceau.com, where he states how he's against traffic stops and slavery at traffic stops.
I will stand against both slavery and traffic stops.
He is the sole member of the Freedmen's Bureau, a bureau that was created to help freed slaves integrate into society and was disbanded by President Grant in 1872.
Wild.
Yeah. He's also a vet of Nicaragua. He was in the Marines, but he considers himself to be a Marine for life, and he has been working, quote unquote, as a Marine for the past 7 years and is currently in court in order to be compensated for being...
He deserves it.
I guess so. I mean, there's the one
Why
video,
can't they just print more Federal Reserve Monopoly money?
What? To pay, yeah.
Print.
Well, that's another.
Just pay this guy.
Just print it. Just give it to Basil Marceau, or just print it and then just pay the deficit with it. All right. Well, we need to pay. We're down what, 6 trillion? Let's just print 6 trillion. How many days will that take? All right. Well, how much does it cost to make money? I mean, the last I heard, it costs 8 cents to make a nickel or something ridiculous like that. We're losing money to make the fake money that we don't have. So we're losing money we don't have to make money that we can't afford to give to people that don't have. I'm pretty sure we've gotten to the point that we've printed so much fake money that has no basis that we've already spent all the money that ever had any basis.
Oh, absolutely. That's what Ron Paul has been dealing with lately, talking about Fort Knox, and he wants an audit. He wants to see what the hell's left in Fort Knox, which is probably nothing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he walked in there and it's just one Mexican guy with a mop, it's and nothing else in there.
I hear they keep a little bit around for the tourists, and that's all. The rest of the gold is in those islands I mentioned, probably, that these bankers own. Our country's been looted. It's just amazing. All we're left with is these funny money bills.
Yeah, and you know what I also love is that
that's only 3% of the money in circulation. 97% of the money that's out there is really just written down. It's just a part of the balance sheet. It's numbers on the screen. It can be created by the keystrokes. It's all accounted for, and there's only enough cash to represent 3% of that.
Oh yeah, and the whole. Sometimes people wonder: is it really true that your birth certificate has a serial number on it that is designated to a certain, someone owns that stock? And there's an amazing clip that we should play of a guy who actually gets a stockbroker on the phone, and he's reading him off.
Let's put him on. Let's do it. Here we go.
Really look like it's part of a company, really.
Okay. But it is something that's listed on the stock exchange as K.
Yeah, it does pull up under that.
And does it have a value associated with it?
Yes, but I don't think this is correct. I don't even think that it actually... I mean, it's saying that it's $1 million, which is not right.
Why would that be incorrect in your estimation?
Well, because it's showing underneath that 0%, and it's not showing anything that it closed on. So if it existed, it would have closed on an amount from yesterday.
But it's saying that it is on the stock exchange, and that's claiming that it's $1 million in value?
Yes. But I honestly don't think it's correct. I've never seen something like this before. So.
Okay.
There's a couple other letters too. I don't know if this is right or not. At the very end of part of the description, it says PVT.
Private.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is that? That's at the end of the 5?
No, it actually is in the description that comes up after I enter in the number.
Oh, is there anything else in the description?
Yeah, in fact, I'll give you the whole thing here. It's UPL-OP to tomorrow's date.
Did you say one pin?
Yes, okay. Or not tomorrow's date, but January 10th, 2009.
So it says, 110. Is it spelled out or is it the number?
It's the number. It's numeric.
Okay, so 110-2009?
Yes.
Okay.
And after that, there's /11.
Okay. /11-PVT.
Yes, and in the beginning, the UPL-OP is...
Gotcha. Very interesting.
And there's one other thing that I can look under.
Yeah.
I found part of the description a little bit lower down in the page. It refers to BOM.
BOM? B as in boy?
Yeah. B as in boy, O as in Oscar, M as in Mike.
Okay.
And it says it's PowerShares DB-based metals.
PowerShares what?
D as in Delta, B as in Bravo, base metals.
ACE? ACE?
BASE.
BASE.
Like baseball. Like base.
Okay. D base metals?
PowerShares DB base metals.
You can reclaim your birth certificate by getting a Federal Information Act thing done on the Secretary of State or the Treasurer or something like that of the state that you were born in. Then when you get the number that's on the back of the birth certificate, you have to put that on your UCC document when you claim secure party creditor ownership over your debtor, your straw man. You know, the fake U, the all capitals U, Anyway, but you need that number because that's your serial number. And it's only on your actual birth certificate that they hold in that file.
Wow.
And this is the shit that getting trading. They own it by default, but you're supposed to own it. If you never own up to it and claim it, then they own it by default. So each and every American has to get their birth certificate back and claim themselves so they can get secure party credit or ownership of yourself. And that's how you become a sovereign, like the way each American is supposed to be. How like we the people is higher than the government.
Well, how did it get to that? How does it work that way? How does that make any sense?
Because they use the birth certificates in the first place to put up each American citizen as collateral when the government took out the loans from the banksters, the Federal Reserve and stuff.
Oh, we're collateral.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just manipulate language and law. Like, there's the law of the land, which we're supposed to be functioning under. And what they did is they took maritime law, which is only supposed to apply to ships, but it now applies to all of us.
When the United States became a corporation instead of a government.
Right.
Well, they're a corporation posing as a legitimate government.
Yeah, and it's amazing. The wording and language is so important. Like, for example...
Well, I mean, you could say that about a lot of countries, though. Not just America.
Yeah, but you would think that America was... you get told what America is about.
Oh, the land of the free, the home of the brave.
Yeah.
Can you really trust a history class in a school that is, funded by the same people that the history is consistently painting in such a good light?
Well, we know that now, and that's why we're making.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's when
you're in school, you don't realize it, and that's why we got to get these kids out there to hear this.
Well, that's the fucked up thing, though, is that they do intentionally mislead.
Sure.
You don't learn about.
I would say it's the whole purpose of school.
That's what InfoWars is all about. We got to fight their disinfo.
You don't learn about that, but they say the fucked up part is that to learn anything, even you learn closer to the truth in college, but you got to pay for college.
But and then unfortunately, a lot of times you get more specialized, and a lot of people, I would say, get more closed-minded by the time they're done college. Like by that point,
well,
they're $100,000 plus in debt. They're so invested in the bullshit machinery that.
I mean, at that point, you have to follow through. Yeah. You have to.
Right.